The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
People ask me all the time if I feel guilty for filing bankruptcy for people. No, I do not. I feel guilty not filing bankruptcy for hardworking families who are struggling every month to put food on the table. Call me now. You have power. Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. I am your host, Justin Clark. A great show ahead for you today, but first, the opening statement. You own a house, and you want to spend money on your house. You want to spend money for a couple of different reasons. You want to make your house more comfortable and more livable, but you also want to make sure that the money you're spending on your house is going to make your house an even better investment when you go to sell it. What do? Where do you spend that money? A wonderful question that we're going to answer by asking real questions. Every weekend here on the program, we ask real questions to the trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Kick it off today. Ryan Church, Delaturf, one of my favorite businesses, by the way. Good to see you, man. How are you?
Good to see you, man.
First of all, you're such a manly man. I would not have worn pink today had I forgot you were coming in. I feel like I'm demonetizing this set a little bit. So thank you for being here. Delaturf. People in Florida spend so much time outside. The outdoor living area is so important to not only enjoying time with your family, but also the resale value of your house. What all does Delaturf do?
We do a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So we can do anything from pavers, pergolas, outdoor kitchens, artificial turf, French drains, anything like that. We do a lot of different things outdoors.
I have such a fascination with artificial turf because, first of all, it looks beautiful. And quite honestly, I don't think the Florida grass is really that nice. It can really beautify your outdoor area, but people will often say, well, you know, the artificial turf is really, really hot, or my dogs can't run on it. Are these misconceptions?
They definitely are misconceptions. We do have ways to cool the turf back down with different infills. Also, the turf is pet friendly, so the dogs can go out there, they can roll around on it, and more importantly, they can come back in nice and clean.
Yeah, exactly. When you are working with a homeowner who's installing artificial turf, what is their reasoning normally for getting the artificial turf?
There's many different reasons, but the main ones we hear are, one is the cleanliness, obviously, you know, with the pets. Two would be lack of maintenance. Obviously, they just don't want to do the maintenance in the backyard. Mm-hmm. Those are the two main ones that we get, or they can't grow grass.
Yeah. What areas of my outdoor area do I normally look at to install artificial turf?
Anywhere outside, obviously. If you've got a pool, we can go around the outside of that. We can do pool decks, you know, or we can cover things, you know, with like pergolas, all those different items.
Yeah. You think about putting artificial turf around your pool deck. Maybe it's a little safer even for children if you think about it than having that hard stone.
Definitely. So we have different thicknesses of turf. So if you want to save the kids from a headache, let's say, you know, you can go with a thicker turf, which is going to create a fall pad for them.
Yeah, I love it. And it just looks awesome. It makes me feel like more of like a New York pool area than Florida pool area, it seems like to me. Yeah. But it's not just the artificial turf, obviously. You do so many different things when it comes to outdoor living. Talk about outdoor kitchens a little bit.
Yeah, so outdoor kitchens with us, they're very customizable. They're not a kit. So when we go in and meet with a customer, we're actually listening to what they're looking for and then coming up with a design that fits their space. Also, we can do different things like bar tops or anything like that. We can also do real pizza ovens. So not like the ones that sit on top of the counter. Yeah. We can do the full built-in pizza ovens.
Oh my God. When someone comes to you and they have this outdoor area, doesn't look good. In fact, they don't even spend any time out there because it doesn't look fun. There's really nothing to do out there. You design this whole outdoor kitchen, the grill, everything outside. It's finally done. They get to use it. What does that customer say? Well, how does it make them feel?
Everyone loves the kitchens. I mean, they have a blast. They typically are sending us pictures when they first fire up their pizza ovens and stuff. You know, and they've always got big smiles on their faces, and you know, they just want to go outside and have some fun and enjoy the outdoors.
Pergolas too, especially this time of year. It's like 200 degrees out there. The pergolas, a lot of different uses for them. Number one, they just look awesome. Number two, they really do provide shade.
They do, actually. So our pergolas, I'd say 99% of our pergolas have a roof on top because everyone wants some type of shade. So the misconception is that pergolas are open. Well, now typically they have a nice cover on top, that's going to shade you out and give you some weather coverage as well, so you can sit in there while it's raining.
What about the design process? So I have an outdoor area, and I know it needs some work, but I don't know exactly what I need. How do you help me through the design process and figuring out what I do need?
So in a lot of cases, if, like, let's say we came in and you had a general idea as to what you're looking for, we can come up with a nice design there. Or if you said, man, I don't know what to do with my space, then we can, come in and say, okay, well, here's some ideas and kind of bounce it off you and see what works best for your scenario.
Yeah, and again, I know you're not a real estate agent, but when someone goes to sell their house after Delaturf has come to visit it and it's their house versus someone else's house, a buyer, when they see that outdoor area looking so unbelievably pristine, and they can really have the vision of them and their family sitting out there and hanging out on a Friday night or Saturday night or Sunday during the day, I really think it sets a house apart from the other houses.
100%. If someone goes into a house, obviously front yard is the main thing, so we can do driveways there, so you can make that curb appeal. But once they walk into the backyard and they see what we can do in the backyard, that's normally going to set you apart from someone who just has a small patio or something like that.
And you always would think that, and by the way, if you have questions or you'd like Ryan to come out and see you, there's a QR code on the screen for you right now. And Ryan will come out. He'll look at your outdoor living area and see what you need. And again, I think this is a great investment, not just for future sale of your home, but for right now to be able to spend time with your family. Who needs to go to dinner when you have a pizza oven in your backyard, right?
Exactly.
I always thought you had to be rich to have a putting green until I visited you guys at Delaturf. The putting green things that you guys do is awesome.
Yeah, so putting greens, they're very customizable. We can do everything from a very small, skinny one, maybe 5 foot wide, all the way up to an entire backyard if you wanted to. We've even done some where they have several different scenarios. So if you wanted more like a mini putt-putt, we could even come up with something along those lines as well. And then we can do cups, random cups, wherever they want. It's very customizable.
Didn't I see something you were doing with a bunker the other day as well?
Yeah, so the bunker was a one-off scenario.
Okay.
Well, not one-off, I would say. It's definitely something that we would love to get into more. But the bunker, it was about 2.5 foot tall, real bunker with real sand. It's going to be very fun for that gentleman to play on. Yeah.
When you're out at visiting someone's house, are you normally dealing with husband or wife? I'm not sure who's in charge of the outdoor area because I feel like that's my area of expertise, but maybe it's not. I don't know.
Well, in a lot of cases, the husband may start the conversation and, the wife may finish it.
Yeah.
Because we know at the end of the day that the wives are normally the ones who win that conversation in battle.
Always at my house, that's for sure. You know what? It is hot out there, though. Maybe the putting green, you don't even want to go out there and practice your putting. You can practice your entire golf game now. Delaturf is now doing these golf simulators. I got to go out and check it out. It was amazing. Not only is this fun, right? My vision is spending some time with a family or friends on a Friday night, as opposed to going out to do things. You have a big golf match right in your house. But Ryan, it's not just fun. Like, it's really golf training as well.
100%. So the softwares that we use with our golf simulators, they have a lot of tracking software. So you could see whether you're open and closed on the club face, exactly where you hit the ball. You have cameras that watch your swing, so you can see if you're messing up anywhere. And the major plus is you don't have to chase your ball through the woods or in the water.
Exactly, and you're not sweating and it's not 150 degrees out. And everyone right now actually just saw me missing some. I didn't miss, but I certainly wasn't hitting them well, that's for sure.
It definitely allows you to get your practice in and run through courses.
A bunch of different courses.
Yep.
And like the courses you've heard of.
Exactly, Pebble Beach, Bay Hill, any of those, you can play all of those.
Ryan, good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming in. Delaturf, amazing what they're doing. If you have an extra room in your house and you want to put a golf simulator, I checked out the pricing. It's not as bad as you would think, but also your outdoor area is so important, especially in Florida. Check out Delaturf. Today, a very quick break. When we return, Viv's in your neighborhood. Where is she? As You Have Real Estate continues. Welcome to our house. I mean, you spend more time here than I do, but it is hurricane season. You know our windows are terrible.
Yeah.
When hurricanes roll through, we actually go to your parents' house because we feel safer there. Because you don't feel the wind vibration. Go feel the windows right now. Hit the windows like that.
Okay.
This is not a window that
and
it should
I mean,
ever
there's
be relied
condensation
upon
from just our sprinkler.
but during a storm like that. You
Water's
wonder why you
coming
feel the
through.
vibrations. Even when a summer storm rolls through, we feel the vibrations here. That's why Dan Brigman is here today, Renewal by Anderson. Dan, as a man, I want to feel like I have a safe, protected place for my family. And I don't here. I'm not ready for hurricane season because of the windows that we have. What can I do as a family guy to make sure my family's safe during the storm season?
Well, first thing you have to do is you got to do what, you've got to inspect your windows. You've got to know and learn about what you have. And you know, Justin, what you have is not a hurricane window. That's not going to stop anything from coming in this house. If a shingle or a terracotta tile were to blow off in your next door neighbor's house in a windstorm and hit that, and you're sitting at this table, it is not a good day. All right, it is coming through. So what we have to do is we have to get coastal windows in this house, and we have to get them in as soon as we can.
I totally agree. The financing that you have too is fantastic. You make it super easy for me to afford windows in my house.
Yes, we do. Look, we know that no home improvement project is cheap, right? I mean, most of us just don't carry, you know, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 around in our pocket, right? And so what you have to do is you have to make it affordable for our homeowners, and that's just what we do through our easy pay plans. We have multiple different ways that we do business. We have 12 months no interest, 18 months, 24 months. We even have 180-month low interest plans. Some of them as low as 5.9. You can't even buy a house.
You can't. Not even close. Do you feel? Thank you, Dan, for coming. By the way, do you feel better?
I do.
Are you going to stop yelling at me?
I mean, Dan's here, so Dan's going to save the day. With, RBA is always going to save the
A
day.
Renewal by Anderson QR code on the screen right now. Get your family prepared for hurricane season and storm season. Even if the hurricane doesn't come through, the storm season gets scary here in Florida as well. Do it today.
Have you been threatened by the IRS? You are not helpless. You have the power to fight wage garnishments and fight levies on your accounts. I'm Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
Welcome back to the show. Every week, Renewal by Anderson's Viv to your neighborhood. Today, it's a city I haven't been to in a little while in Seminole County. It's Castleberry.
I'm in Castleberry, Florida, a suburb of Orlando located in Seminole County and known for its affordable and diversified residential areas, business districts, and proximity to Orlando and the city attractions. It's a vibrant community with a mix of established neighborhoods and new developments, offering a range of housing options. I feel like I say this about most of our communities, but Castleberry also has its share of lakes, parks, and outdoor trails for the outdoor enthusiast to enjoy. Secret Lake, where I am at, offers plenty of space for large gatherings, sports, and fishing since the park is surrounded by lakes. The median household income is about $60,000. The median home value in 2024 was $360,000. Fun fact, Castleberry was said to be incorporated as a tax-free community in 1940, with its primary motivation to avoid property taxes. The town was established by Hibbard Castleberry, an entrepreneur and real estate developer. The city of Castleberry was incorporated in 1965, and Castleberry citizens eventually voted to have property taxes in 1976. The city is actively engaged in development and redevelopment along the 1792 corridor, and this includes more housing. Check out the Castleberry Sculpture Garden, where there are nearly 40 public sculptures, as well as 2 art galleries that you can view for free during the week. If you'd like more information on Castleberry and what's available, call me, Vivian Lehman, at 407-205-0400.
Thank you, Viv. We continue talking today about how to invest money in your house, where it also helps the value of your house. Joined by my good friend Elisha Lopez. How are you, Elisha? Good to see you.
You too.
And for the first time, I think, on this show, but you've been on another show with me, Kaitlyn Loos is here. Hi, Kaitlyn. How are you?
Yes, it's so great to be here. Thank you.
So it's important, and you deal with this all the time in real estate, where someone wants to make their house better, to where they can enjoy it more, but also they don't want to overspend on things. where they're never going to get the money back. I mean, what are you looking for when you're talking to a seller about where to spend their money, but also they can get a return on that investment?
So that's actually a good question, because right now with inventory increasing and prices trickling down, months ago, years ago, yes, you put your landscape, the kitchens, all these things, but right now I really believe that they're not going to get their money back.
Yeah, that's
unfortunately.
It's a weird time, and it is definitely on a downswing a little bit. Kaitlyn, you deal with this all the time. Both Ocala people, by the way. I love the Ocala connection. I wanted to have you on together. But you do a lot of interior design. You do a lot of things to help people jazz up their home. What do you tell people to do?
So, there's two ways that I help people a lot. It's with picking their custom selections for their custom build home, and then also how to do the refreshing things to fall in love with your current home again, and working with definitely some varied budgets on that, working on over $1 million properties, and then working on smaller, more humble properties, just what makes sense. And so, I agree, not every renovation you could probably put and get back into your investment.
Let's talk about someone with an existing home now. What are some somewhat inexpensive ways they can spend money to make their home look better?
So with all clients, we recommend doing the strategy session. It's a great way to get in and learn about what your ideal dream home scenario is. What are your, Pinterest ideas that you've had for a long time? Not really sure what's doable, what's a good idea for Florida. And we start from there, and I just kind of bring my real life experience, my knowledge of how much things cost, how long things take, to give the best advice, produce some sketches, get us going. So if I'm going to help you long term with your project, we can always make decisions that make sense for every step of the way, whether it's your forever home or a property you're ultimately going to sell.
Yeah. So, Can you tell a difference when you walk in someone's house and they've had professional people there really doing things?
Absolutely, yes.
You can tell the difference, right?
Oh yeah, and as a realtor, we love that.
Right.
Because if we can tell when we walk in, that means the buyer's going to tell, and that obviously is going to give the seller brownie points in a sense for helping it sell faster. But for right now, just getting more money, I think it's more of just getting it actually sold. So the more money's their bottom line will be larger, since it won't sit on the market as long.
I totally agree. Kaitlyn, Loos Design, what is the first thing that you look for when you walk in someone's house? What are you looking for?
So I'm taking a lot of information in. I call it the immersive session whenever I first am coming into somebody's house. So we're getting lots of ideas, what's important to people, what they show me the areas that they feel like are done, and then the areas that they feel like are not a reflection of their creativity, their style. And so I start with that and kind of help them rethink, what's important to them, because that's always going to be different, client to client.
Speaking of different, do you think that the style of homes in the Ocala and Marion County area is different than it is here in the Orlando area?
So yes, but there's a lot of progress that has happened. So when I moved from Miami to Marion County, 21 years ago, it was horse country.
Right.
And it was not a lot of modern design. And then now, because of so many people moving from outside the area, we're, definitely things are getting with the times, you could say. So there's a lot of different designs, not just equestrian.
What do you think, Kaitlyn?
Yes. Well, I love learning a little bit about all of my clients' styles. I like working with people who have a little creative bent to them, whether they actually work in a creative industry or they're maybe an accountant by day and they throw extremely extravagant birthday parties for their kids on the weekends. I love working with people who have that creative side and kind of nourishing that, bringing that out, bringing it to the table. And so, there's definitely different styles, and I love to try on different hats, I say. So I'll have one client who's kind of bohemian, eclectic, and another one who definitely wants a more minimal farmhouse style. And I'm kind of spoiled. I get to try on everybody's hats, and definitely see some follow-through lines between all of us. It's never going to be too much. It's always going to be balanced in terms of color and floor plan.
And I think it's super helpful to hire someone like you, especially. I wouldn't know where to start. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't know who to call. I wouldn't know where to shop. I would not know where to begin. I mean, Kaitlyn can be a big help when it comes to spending money the right way in your house and making your house awesome. at the end of the day. And of course, Elisha, if you're looking to sell your house or buy a house or invest in real estate in the Ocala, Marion County area, there's no one better. A QR code is on the screen for Elisha right now. She'll send you deals as they come up. As new listings come online, she'll be the first one to send it over to you. The real estate market in Ocala right now, what are you seeing?
It's kind of steady, I would maybe call it. So there was an article or a news, something that just came out the other day that sellers are, come on, what's going on? They're getting impatient, and then buyers are just sitting on the fence, waiting and waiting. So it's just kind of like stagnant. I mean, homes are selling. They're not going as fast as we would like them to be.
Call these girls. They're the best in the business. Thank you guys so much. I'm attorney Justin Clark. We have saved millions of dollars for people with their student loan debt, but things are changing. Is now the time for you to get rid of your student loan debt as well? Call me now. You have power. And we finish off today with, I'll call it a gift for you real estate agents out there, because I know that you don't necessarily want to always use your cell phone, even though we do many times. I get that. But maybe you want to have a home office or an office where customers, where the other agents can call you, but you don't want to necessarily pay for a full-time answering service. I get it. We have a solution now. Lee Walsh joins me. Lee, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Good to
finally.
see you. Thank you.
Radar Connect. It's really a voice AI system for answering your phones. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, it happens to most people. We have voicemail. Half the people that call us hang up. They don't want to leave a message. They're not engaged. They're in a hurry. They want some answers. So we created a tool called AI Voice Employee that answers the phone. Clients can have up to 3 different voices doing 3 different things. Appointment setting, support for whatever they do. We have an insurance agent that 70% of their clients are Spanish.
Wow.
So the bot automatically, the voice AI will go into Spanish as soon as that person starts speaking Spanish. So full customer support 24/7. I got a call last night at 8:30. A guy left a detailed message. The AI went through, asked them all the important questions. I need to have an intelligent conversation with him, instead of calling him back and making him go through all that.
Wow, unbelievable. So let's say you own a law firm, right? And you don't necessarily want to have people there 24/7, and the receptionist team leaves at 5 p.m. Can you help me there?
Yeah, you can turn it on so it either answers when nobody gets the call, or it answers 24/7, or it answers after 6:30. If you wanted to, for example, to really question the caller about the reason for their call. You know, what is their crisis? What is their issue? What is the real reason? You want to get them to tell you as much of the story ahead of time.
Right. And then so once AI does answer the call, is there a report that's sent in, or how do we find out what this call was about and how to take action?
Great question. Couple of things. You get a full transcript of the call emailed to wherever you want those to go. You also get a full recording of the call, so that you not only can read the transcript, you can listen to the call. If you're driving in the car on the way to the office, you can listen to anything that was recorded. But you have a full transcript of everything that was said.
Yeah. When you start comparing prices of hiring a full-time receptionist versus hiring you guys, it's probably not even close.
Yeah, we're $297 a month, all in.
Well,
that includes a chat bot for your website that is fully AI powered, along with the voice AI that answers your phone, and you get 3 different voice AIs that answer for you. So under $300.
Do you find that a lot of the customers who are calling in really think they're talking to a human, or what?
Yeah, it's funny. If you listen to the calls, you can hear maybe the first 10 or 15 seconds. They're going back and forth. The AI is asking how they're doing, asking about their day, and then somewhere in the call you can tell they're getting that, wait a minute, I think I'm talking to an AI bot.
Unbelievable. Lee, keep up the great work, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Lee's got to go because he needs to call my law firm right now, because we're making some changes as soon as this show is over, if you know what I mean. It's a wonderful product. Great job.
Thanks.
Thank you to our amazing guest today, our awesome crew. You guys always crush it every single week. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.